So I'll be going over my trades for this week, the week of November 23rd, 2020, from Monday to Friday. On Monday, I traded KXIN. On Tuesday, I traded SNDL plus IDEX. On Wednesday, I traded MTC plus IDEX. And on Friday, I traded Works. My worst trade so far is on Friday. Worse. The puns. Yeah, pretty much. Worse is my worst trade. The puns. So far I seen that my winners tend to follow my setups with like buying higher lows as well as the break of the downtrends, or like a basically an unusual trends that is so different from like what's on the left. Um, in others, my losses, I think so far that I made like trades that don't follow my criteria, like lower lows, or basically trading that does not break the downtrends. Basically trades that were still within the downtrends. So here's my screen. My trades on KXIN was in the morning. Um, was in the morning to the open, pre-markets to the open. What, as you can see, my entry isn't exactly breaking the downtrend, the overall downtrends, but it was unusual. And why would it be unusual? Because you can see here, it made lower lows, right? After this uptrend, after it has this uptrend, it was trading on the backside. It made lower lows, and then basically, yeah, it made lower lows, more, mm, more lower lows here, and then it bottom here, and it came back down. I entered here at 809 because I saw that it was basing in the $8 area, and my risk is the 790s, the high 90s. It was a different move. That's basically it. It was a different move. And another was that it was breaking this downtrend. So it was making a wick, breaking the downtrend, and I get in at 809. A better entry would have been 805. 805 would have been fine. Or another is 810 right here on this. Yeah. Well, another entry that would have been fine would have been this move right here, because this move right here confirm it. It made two higher lows in like basically, yeah, it made two higher lows. This move right here confirm it. Like an entry at 811, risking 806 around there. So I started selling at 830 and higher, and sold all my shares at 860. What could have been better was hindsight, it moved to $10. It would have been so much better if I actually was a bit more patient and actually sold everything at $10. But again, this was a higher low setups that I'm more familiar with. I am more patient with it. And it squeezed out at the open. I basically stopped trading it around here. Another entry would have been around here too. Why? Because it held the trend. It held the trend from down here, and it moved higher. Hindsight. So yeah, short's getting squeezed. So KXIN it was along with my setups that I actually traded. SNDL was the trade that I traded on Tuesday. Oh yeah, SNDL is moving again last Friday. So that is something to watch for Monday. Instead of just move the side. So here. My entry right here. It wasn't too bad. My first entry was not too bad. Why would that be so? Why would I say that my first entry wasn't too bad? Because I was expecting the trend to hold, and as the trend break, I got out. My second entry is where the trouble is. Why? Because it was lower lows compared to here. So basically that means that there's resistance. And the uptrend broke. So now the uptrend became resistance, as you can see here. I shouldn't have entered on my second trade here. What I could have done is waited and wait for this move. My entry here could have been anywhere around here. Like the 32 area, or yeah, basically anywhere in the 32. My entry could have been anywhere in the 32, risking 31, risking 1 cent. It later moved on to 235. So that's still a pretty good risk reward. If I was a bit more patient, I could have waited for this move. It made a lower low. That was my bad. Furthermore, it's also in a downtrend. It's good that I cut my losses, but what I need to do is recognizing that when I'm in like this kind of trade where I bought the lower low or bought the downtrend, I need to like be able to cut it right away because those are not my setups. I'm better with buying the higher lows. Again, hindsight. Higher lows here. It broke the downtrend here. You can see the downtrend. Any entry here in the 30s, risking 29, or like basically in the 30s, risking 29. Those would be fine. Why would I say so? Well, because there were higher lows. In others, the setup is right there, the uptrend. It traded within a trend. So yeah, it's a bit crazy here, but it's easier to like follow the trend. As you can see, it was downtrending, and I took a loss. It would be nice if it actually held this trend. If it would be nice if it actually held this trend, and then move back up to VWAP. That would have been nice, phenomenal. But it broke the trends, and that's what I should recognize. If it breaks the uptrend, just get out. Because potential flushes. My entry is better if it breaks the downtrend and reverses, making higher lows, like right here, as I said earlier. 32, 33 areas will be fine. Right here. Entry right here will be fine because it was higher lows, even though it will be in for a scratch, but would have been fine. So my setups, when I was watching this move, I was watching from here. It was already like coming back down from here. So, but yeah, what again, as I said, what I need to do is if I need to recognize that if my entry is in like for lower lows or and in a downtrend or in a downtrend, I just need to get out. The lower lows is the stock that is the entry that I would not like to be in. I want to be in within a higher low setups. And then my trade on IDEX. My entry here wasn't too ideal because it was an impulsive entry. As you can see, I bought the top here. The better entry would be down here, the high 60s on this move. I still recognize that was the higher low though. It was an uptrend here, as you can see. It was an uptrend. I sold it way too early. And this trade, I just said that it was a frustrating trade because my orders were not being executed. And so I got frustrated. But yeah, way better. So you can see higher lows. I don't care too much about the lower highs. The lower highs is a signal of weakness, but could also be a potential for a short squeeze, like these moves. Don't care too much about lower highs, but more on higher lows. But it is also important to like know that if it fail to break 275, right? Just get out. If it get closer to 275 or hit 275 but it doesn't break, just get out. But again, criteria, higher lows. Just from these KXIN on IDEX and SNDL right now, I'm losing money on the downtrend. Or so what this means that for me to be consistent, I should just I need to like focus is on and be more patient and wait for the higher lows to come up. Like here, I wouldn't necessarily make my entry here. My entry would have been here, like in the 360s. That would have been my entry. However, I would not be risking down here. If I enter here in the 360s, my risk the 350s, the previous low. Sideway actions. Maybe I could have entered here too and took a loss for it. But for sure, I wouldn't be entering here or here because it's not ideal. However, patience, that's what I need. Patience for the higher low to actually come. And then just enter along with the trend. Exit when the trend reverses. What else is there? Oh yes, my trade on NTC. Right here. Again, I sold a bunch of the trades into the pop. Yeah, I sold like a bunch of small chunks into the pop. Again, it was an uptrend. It was higher lows. My entry here wasn't too ideal too. Yeah, my entry here was not too ideal. Why did I enter at 198? Well, because this sign, this signal, it breaks the downtrend. Make it higher low. 192 and then 189. It made a higher low. It break the downtrends and I enter. The better ideal entry was in the 198 right here, not over here. It was right here. This is more ideal. Why would this be more ideal? Because it has a clear sign of being a higher low setups, a clear sign. And if I didn't actually enter here, I would have entered around here. On this trade, but it said that it was a good area to add here. But I'm not too comfortable with adding to my position size yet. Even though I did took a profits here. And I basically took profits when it hit like resistance and when it break resistance. And it moved higher. Here, resistance held. It made a higher low. So basically what this shows that for this trade, I could add on the dip. If I have a large enough account, I could just add on the dip because it held resistance. So resistance becomes support, and then it basically move up to the open. Again, it held resist. It basically support become resistance. Not resistance becomes supports, and it move higher. Afterward, I could have entered around here too. It was a higher low for potential test of 277. But I might have just gotten out like when it broke VWAP on the downside. Why? No, I probably just take a bit of profits and like going into the 60s. But hindsight, I would have probably taken a loss on this one. Why would that be so? Because I wouldn't be entering here. No, I would not feel comfortable entering here. It is on the break here, yeah? Maybe enter like in the 40s or enter here, higher lows, risking 30, enter like the 40s, risking 30. It did went like 19 cents on this small scratch. Still, higher low. It it did move like upside here. Higher lows. Could have taken my losses there. But on the MTC on the MTC trade, and higher lows. Right here, higher lows. Uptrend. Nice 40 cents a share. So there are so many opportunities that I could have gotten in, that I could have traded this stock. So many different opportunities, really. The key part is I need to be patient for them to actually come and show themselves before I actually enter. Hindsight, so many missed opportunities. Hindsight. Nobody loses in hindsight. But yeah, so many missed opportunities. I also traded on IDEX on that day too. Right here. My trades here wasn't too horrible. My trades on IDEX here. Why? I count my losses quickly here. I entered 89, 81. My risk was like the 71, this low. It was a higher low, but as you can see, it basically made like a bearish, like a descending triangle. So I took my losses when it failed to move higher than 87. Still a good trade because it was my setup. What else is there? Worse. Why did I say the worst was my worst trade this week? As you can see, I traded 5 times. My first entry wasn't ideal. It was still within a downtrend here. It was still within the downtrend. There was a range for it to trade. It was still a downtrend. My first entry wasn't ideal. I took a loss for it. Again, as I said, if I'm entering like on this kind of trade, I need it to be higher lows and break the downtrend. Higher lows plus the break of the downtrend. Because it showed that there's a possibility of the uptrend coming or a reversal like that. Like right here. My entry here was good. 246. My second trade here was good. Why would I say that it was good? Well, it was higher low setups. It basically break the downtrend, even though it's a tiny downtrend. It was, and it was trading within range. But again, it was an uptrend. What I wanted was a test of 267. That's why I held and took my losses for it. I took my losses for it. Another entry area would be here. Would be right here in the 230s. This is another entry. Or here in the 230s again. My third trade was bad too because I was anticipating a quick spike in the morning at the open. It wasn't ideal because I chased. As you can see, I bought it at 48. It was like right at the top. I chased it and it moved lower. Uh, And I took a bigger loss than I wanted it to. 35. I'm only risking like less than 10 cents. I chased it. Wasn't ideal. It was also a break of um the overall downtrend, but once you buy as close as possible to the low here. My fourth trade wasn't ideal again. It was lower lows. And so I took a loss. My fifth trade was the worst. Why would I say that it was the worst? As you can see, I had traded 50 here on the break of 50, right? I basically bought at the top. It wasn't a setup that I was clear on. I'm not too I'm not very comfortable with breakouts. What I'm comfortable in is a dip buy of the higher low. Basically it. It did buy the higher low. And for breakouts, not too comfortable. Never was. Because it feel like a chase. I'm happy to sell into the breakouts. But what I'm not happy is with my entry as well as my exit. As you can see, it dipped all the way to 31. This would have been an ideal entry in the 30s because there's a clear risk in the 23s. There's a clear risk. There's a clear risk. That's basically it. A clear risk. If I wasn't having FOMO, fear of missing out, and entered in the 50s, maybe I could have caught the move in the 30s. recognizing that it was a higher low. So you can see it did move back to the 60s, 263. So that's still like a 30 cents a share move. That's basically like a 10 to 15% move. That's basically it. So why did I say that my fifth was the worst? Because I was being stubborn. I was risking 10 cents here. As you can see, it dropped to the 31. I was being stubborn and didn't actually cut my losses on this drop. I did eventually cut my losses at 38 on the way back. If I wasn't already in the trade, maybe I could trade buy here. One of my rule is never add to my losers. That's basically it. This was my loser. If I wasn't in already, I would have entry around here or entry around here. As you can see on the pullback. Overall, took my losses, cut my losses, but this trade, I wasn't patient. I wasn't patient on this entry. I wasn't patient on these three entries. From the way I see it, my only good trades here was my second trade because it followed my setup. And I was wrong, so I cut my losses, even though I lost on there. On this one, my third trade, I changed my criteria, which I shouldn't have. I changed it and I chased and bought at the top. Same with well, my fifth trade. My fourth trade was bad, but was not too bad. But I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with this shoe. So this showed that I need to be more selective on my trade and be more patient for the setup to form before I actually enter. Like higher low setup, so a higher low bounce with a break of the downtrend. That's basically it. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about the lower highs. Why? Because it just gave me a chance for a short squeeze. If it never hit my risk, just gave me a chance for a short squeeze, really. Like in an ABC, it's a follow in term of like a similar to an ABC. Like if I enter here, 36, my risk would have been 32. It went to 45. So it could have been 1 to 2 risk reward. Just enter on this dip. Tiny move. Or enter here. 23, risking 21. It moved like 10 cents. So that's basically like 1 to 3 risk reward, even though it's just a tiny move. Hindsight. Or enter here. 09, risking 07. It moved like 14 cents. So that's like 1 times sevens. 7 times my risk. Or enter here. 20, risking 15, risking 5 cents. So this will still be something I'm watching for Monday. Because basically traded sideways in the afternoon to the close. Could have short squeeze. Could maybe have a gap up if there's news, a positive news really press release. But yeah, I need I need to stop trading the lower lows or in the downtrend. Need to have a confirmed uptrend because let's see, a lower highs and lower highs and higher lows, right? That's basically like a pennant. Yeah, basically a pennant. No clear directions, but better than just buying lower lows. If there's a sign of low lows, just get out. If there's a sign of descending triangle, just get out. Like my trade on IDEX right here. There were signs of a descending triangle, so I got out. So yeah, need more patience for my setup to actually come. So enough with that. Um, let's look watching for Monday. So as I said earlier, one of the stock that I'm going to be watching is WORX. Worse. Even though I lost on it, it's traded sideways. It's a crappy stock. Let's look at the 5 days chart. 10-day. So as you can see on the chart, possible gap up, possible short squeezes. If it gap up, there's possibility of short squeeze. Just follow the trend. Easy as that. SNDL, it's moving. Wheat stocks is moving. So yeah. And the KD, we'll see. Neil, F cell. Yep. Gonna watch this. It's coming back up. Again, what I'm trading is a higher low. Higher low setup with break of the downtrend. Like right here. I wouldn't be entering here. Nope. Again, works. ACB, another one. Another wheat stocks. So basically, the wheat stocks are coming back um, Friday afternoon, yesterday. How about IDEX? IDEX is looking like it's holding, so that is another one to watch. It could be it could continue to fade. SRND, SRNE, something to watch. And then DM, very nice. Another one to watch. Could be a morning panic. It basically filled the gap here. Nice filled. Tesla moving to 600. Wow. No sign of pulling back. TTMP, no. This, I have my biggest loss on TTMP. My, not exactly TTMP, but well, it was one of my biggest loss when I first started. When I first started trading without any clear of idea of risk management, basically going like all in, all in. Yeah, TTMP was one of the stock that I traded in the past. Rig, something to watch. Rail, no. Tilray, yes. Tilray was a wheat stock, and it looked like the wheat sector is moving. So what I'm looking for is higher lows and uptrending. Plug, Kadi, no. It's looking like it's gonna go down even more. Mara, no. Usen, possible head and shoulder. Solo, okay. Something to watch. Riot, what happened here? It gapped down, but it's clearly moving up. So Tor, SFT, DPW, something to watch. MTC, again, another one to watch. AMRN, no. CLNE, something to watch. AFTAC, yeah, I'm watching this. Need to watch it closely though. AYRO, okay. OPTT, very similar to AFTAC. Something to watch. ONTX, nope. WTRH, nope. SYBX, nice afternoon panic. Nice after hour spike. Hmm. It has a greater chance of gapping down, but watching. AQMS, yes. WWR? No. ITRM? Yeah, I'll just watch this. KXIN. Traded this in the past. Let's see how it move. InBev. This is a beverage company. I still remember in the past I traded this one with when I still have like a Robinhood account. I started with a Robinhood account, but Robinhood doesn't offer charting or any of technical analysis that I want to learn. So I basically move on. There was a press release once in the past, like in January, February, I still remember it, saying something about like Kylie Jenner drinking this drink, their items or something like that. Their products, yeah, drinking their products, and it spiked a bit. InBev, celebrities, but yeah, PGN. Hmm. Yeah, I'll be watching this. Tat. UONEK. Yeah. NPC. Nope. Constant downtrend. Bad. NBY. This was a stock that I lost my biggest percentage on. Nova Bay. Let's see. Does it still have my trades on there? Yes. Is it this one? Yep. Right here. My biggest percent loss. Nova Bay. NBY. As you can see, I bought it at 170. Uh, at after hour, right as the market closes, and then it closed at 150. And the thing was, I woke up like really early on this trade at 4 o'clock. Tried to get out my, I tried to get out of my trades. Yeah, I tried to get out of my trades at 4 o'clock because it was constantly going down, and Thinkorswim or TD doesn't trade that early. So basically, I stay. I woke up before watching it go down lower and lower and lower, and then right at 6:30, it started trading. I sell, and then as I sell, it ripped to 25. And yeah, I took a loss on this. It was my biggest loss, percent wise. Lost like $20 on it. But again, it was March. So basically when I just started. And I took a loss on it. So yeah, Still remember it to this day. My biggest percent loss. MBY. No. FTSI. Nice move. I gotta say. Trading in the thousands, but nice move. HUSN, no. HUSN, yes. In the $2 area. About let's see, Friday mover, SNDL, NAKD, sorry, CBAT. It is something to watch. So far, I have 1, 2, 3, 29 stocks on the list, but I'll like look deeper in and have more criteria on it so that could go down more. VSTM, yes. APHA, yes. So yeah, so 33 right now. JG, we'll see. So for Monday, I'll be looking like primarily the wheat stocks. IGC, yes. Yeah, UYPT, no. IZEA, ZSEN, yes. These are a lot of stocks. Ticker name, a lot of ticker name. ABUS, NAOV, yes. DVAX, Dynavax Technology, Kern, okay. KERN. Um, no. If they're lower than 1 million, I'm not looking at them. Let's check afternoon mover. Aftermarket. COCP. Wow. Still remember this trade. Yep. COCP. Used to be a coronavirus play. Again, another of those stock that I traded when I first started. I shouldn't have traded 100 shares when I first started, but COCP. Did I have SOL on there? No. We'll just watch it. Maybe morning panic tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. TRXC, MTC, NAOV. I think I had that, right? Yep, I did. Seal. Huge. Huge is something to watch. UBX. So these are basically less than 1,000,000 shares. Okay. And so far, how many trade? How many ticker? So 42 tickers. Had to narrow this down even more. But yeah, I'll be trading higher lows, break of the downtrend. Better if it's an ABC, but yeah. And that'll be all.